Hello, internet. It's 1:45 at night. This is literally a video I decided to do like maybe 20 seconds ago. So we're just gonna roll with it. I'm at uni. Don't have access to my player right now. My VCR, I mean. But I figured I have one more collection video that I can do now. It's not going to be very long because you can see there's not that many of them. But this is my vinyl collection. Yeah, I have a vinyl player now. Well, I've had one since December, but only recently have I been able to start like properly buying records for it. And like this is not much of a stash. It's I don't even know how many it is. 11, I think. So, yeah. I mean, I've got some pretty spectacular finds in here. So let's start. Why don't we start off with the albums? This makes sense. The first one, there's no music, but I'll edit it in, like in post or something. First one, Rodgers and Hammersteins, Oklahoma. This is the soundtrack of the movie. I am pretty sure that this is an original pressing. Don't hold me to that, but I'm convinced. What convinces me it is, like, look at this purchase date. September 22nd, 1960. So this is a 60-year-old record. And it's pre-decimal as well, look at that. Whoever this person is, Francois, can't read your last name. I have your record now. I should have thought this through. This isn't going to really work very well with one hand, but here's a look-see at the record, sort of. And take good care of your microgroove records. Check your gramophone stylus regularly. I don't even have a gramophone. Look at it. That's my player there. It's like a little suitcase thing. I wish I had a gramophone. That would be cool. That'd be really, really cool. I'll shut my laptop as well, that might be screwing up the recording. Okay, so the next one we have here, this is a real fucking odyssey, this one. This is Take Me, I'm Yours by Matt Wood on the Cult Records label. Oklahoma was released by Capitol, but you probably saw that. This is from 1994. I'm not sure what you'd consider this, really. Is it an EP? Is it like just a 12-inch single? Anyways, this has 7 versions of the same song. It's a pretty decent song, to be fair. Like, I can't say I'd heard of it before finding this. Like, I only have this because my neighbours back home, they put, you know when your neighbours put a bunch of things outside your house, and outside their house, and like, hey, take it. We don't really want it anymore. I was passing by one day while walking the dog. This was one of them. So I figured, hey, fuck it, an obscure vinyl to put in the stash, why not? And so let's have a butcher's at the disc. Why am I calling it a disc? It's a record. So yeah, that's the side with the soul version and the urban version, among other things. And the other side has the extended house version. I don't know if I could take 8 minutes of this song, jeez. Yeah. Now here's a soundtrack I know and love very well. This is the soundtrack to the Blues Brothers original soundtrack recording. This is not an original pressing. It says somewhere, I think. This release is from 2014, but as you know, the movie's from 1980. I've already banged on about the Blues Brothers enough so that you know how I feel about it. But the soundtrack is just, I think, one of the greatest movie soundtracks to ever exist, like, ever. And my favourite song on it, Gimme Some Lovin', is the only one that's not performed in the movie. That's a bit of a piss take. But, yep. I have to take this one out of the sleeve, really, to show it off. It looks like an original pressing, doesn't it? Oh, shit. And yeah, I need to put this down to get the record back in the case. That's going to be a fun time. Okay. So next we have another original pressing. This is Appetite for Destruction by Guns N' Roses. Hell of an album, got some absolute bangers on it, like Welcome to the Jungle, Paradise City, Sweet Child of Mine's on the other side. This, like all the records I've shown so far play fine. This one's a bit iffy, like it's a bit warped and some of the songs skip, like annoyingly Sweet Child of Mine does, which is probably my favourite on the whole album, but otherwise it's fine. And it also sort of sucks that I don't have the original case, but like it's still a pretty cool thing to have. So I'm okay with that. So the next one is something I got recently. Well, it's brand new, but not, you know, it's brand new. The Greatest Hits of The Cure is a whole double LP. With a whole bunch of photos of Robert Smith on the inside. And it has some absolute fucking bangers on here. Like Boys Don't Cry, Just Like Heaven, In Between Days, Friday I'm in Love. Incidentally, it's Friday now, as I'm recording this. And inside, I can't be asked to get these ones out there. There's more Robert Smith. It's got all the credits for the songs on there. Just giving you this one as an example. But this is also the one that has Friday I'm in Love, which is my favourite song of The Cure. I should also add that this is another reprint. Like, this album came out in 2001 originally, but this is a printing from 2017. But yeah, it's still a hell of an album to have. And the final album that I have, say, is this charming motherfucker. This is Harry Styles' Fine Line. Some genuine bops on here. Like this first three songs, Chef's Kiss, and She Bangs as well. I mean, they all bang. Like, this is another double LP with a bunch of Harry Styles is on the inside. And one neat little touch I like about this one is that the sleeves of the records have the lyrics to the songs on them. I think it's a pretty nice touch. I mean, I know most of them now anyway, but like, if you don't know them and you want to have a bit of a sing-song, then you're sorted, basically. God, if you told, like, 2012 you just previewed that he'd spend £20 on a double LP of Harry Styles music, I think he'd slap you. Because I was proper in the, you know, hate One Direction, hate Justin Bieber. I actually invested time in my life into doing that. Can you believe? But yeah, glad I don't do that shit anymore. And now I've got a few singles. Shut Your Mouths and Look at This One. Loads of Money, Doing Up the House by Harry Enfield. This is a beautiful shitpost of a record. The music video is even more of a shitpost. With the B-side called The B-Side. This is from 1988. So let's have a butcher's. Yeah, well that's the B-side. Dosh One. And Loads of Money, Doing Up the House. It is a journey into money. Loads of money. And that down. And I got this on eBay for like a £5, which is weird. You'd think it'd cost me loads more money. Boy, this might be one of my proudest owns, probably the proudest owner in the collection so far. Never Gonna Give You Up. I found this for £1 in a record store in Liverpool. Best value for money purchase I think I've ever made. And Stock Aitken Waterman was so confident about this single that the B-side is just the instrumental. That takes some cojones, S-A-W. Yeah, I mean, you either love this song or you're sick of it. Like, I used to love it for the meme, and now I just love it unironically. Like, this is character development, if I do say so myself. Right, next one we have. Oh, was it Never Gonna Give You Up from 1987? I keep forgetting to say the years. And Fine Lines from last year, but you knew that. Next one, we have The Return of Las Palmas 7 by Madness, which is one of my favourite Madness songs, with the B-side of That's the Way to Do It. This is from, I believe, 1981. Well, let's have a butcher's. I love this. Look at that. Some actual art on the record. It's so cool. And the B-side's more standard, though. Oh, come on. This has copyrights of 1980 and 1981. I'm not really sure which is which, but I'm going to assume 81. Let's see if I can get this back in with one hand. I can't do slipcases, so why would I think I could do... Oh, wow, I could do records. Big brain. And the last record we have for this whole thing is Rosana by Toto, with the B-side of It's a Feeling from Toto 4, which is the album that Africa comes off of. This isn't quite Africa, but it is still a bop in its own right. It's a shame that this is the single version, which is a lot shorter and removes some of the best stuff. This is from 1983. And if we have a Butchers at the record, that's the B-side. And here is the A-side. Oh, okay, I'm going to flip this round because it makes sense to have the A-side facing the front and the B-side facing the back. And that is it for this relatively impromptu collection video. Let's have a Butchers at my player as well. Shit, I should have thought this lighting situation through, but you'll probably know what a record player looks like. Runs like this. I switched it off. And it starts spinning. Some speed toggles here. So it's on 33 at the moment. 33 and a third, which is what the albums run on. That's at 45 at the moment, which is what the singles run on. And that's 78. I have no idea what the hell 78 is for, other than making singles sound funny and albums sound even funnier. And obviously, you lift this thing up and it goes on the record. The speakers aren't great, but I'm just happy to have a record player at all. This was a gift from a very dear friend. I dread to think how much it cost her, but I'm grateful that she got me it. And that is it for today's video. I know it's not relating to movies. May as well show you what I've brought up. I brought up Ready or Not, From Here to Eternity, $1 Million Baby, which I've been meaning to watch, Blues Brothers, The Thin Man, which I've been meaning to rewatch, because unfortunate things happened during the first watch that I'm not going to go into just yet, because that's a long story. Gone with the Wind, which I've never seen, Bad Education, Secret in Their Eyes, Fame, American Wheel from London, Tie Me Up, Tie Me Down, and 2 out of the 3 Godfathers, because I didn't really need to bring the first one. So yeah, that's it from me. I'm not sure how much content I'm going to be able to provide while I'm up at uni, because I don't have my VCR, and the library doesn't have any videos anymore, and it's final year, so that's going to be stress, and there's a pandemic on. So, you know, that's fun. But anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this very non-traditional video for me. And that's all for now. I am signing off.